The sugar pandemic is causing the obesity epidemic. Listen up to find out why. Every diet book on the planet talks about reducing the white stuff. Now, it also says potatoes and rice, but for the most part, it says sugar and flour, and if you can reduce those, you will lose weight. We've all known this for years, for decades, forever. But why is it the obesity numbers keep going up? Why can't folks get off of sugar and flour and just fall to a right-sized body for them? Whether it was God or nature or the universe, your body, maybe it was your high school fighting weight, has a normal weight, and additional weight, both visceral fat, that's around your belly, and fat around your body, that stuff is extra, and it's dangerous, especially the visceral fat in and around your organs. And it is caused by the fructose, half of the molecule in sugar, turning your liver literally into fatty liver and creating excess fat in your body. So if you understand why you can't get off it, maybe you can reduce your sugar flour intake and quit gaining weight. And here's the thing. People don't want to hear the sugar detox, sugar addiction argument. They don't want to hear the brain reward chemical argument. They don't want to hear the idea that sugar is a psychoactive drug, one that affects your nucleus accumbens, your dopamine, serotonin, norepinephrine, GABA, adrenal glands, endorphin, everything in your body, all the brain reward chemicals, all the good stuff that evolved to help us chase food and sex over a 100, 200,000 year process. It evolved so that we could recreate the species and feel this good rush, right? It's kind of amazing when you think about the analogies of sugar and other addictions. We all know someone who can't quit alcohol, and you would think to yourself, why don't they just stop? Or a gambler, and a process addictions like that, gambling or sex, are even different. But look, just like the sugar, they are hacking in to a hundreds of thousand year old evolutionary process that helped keep us alive. It's really kind of amazing, and I think the holdback for everyone, maybe you, is that you don't want to declare yourself an addict. You don't want to say, I'm an addict. So let's change the verbiage a little. Let's change the wording a little bit. Think of it as a mild, or maybe in some cases, a extreme dependency on sugar that you've developed over the years. No fault of your own. Your parents probably did it to you, and they probably weren't, they didn't know. Basically, they just didn't know. They didn't understand that this was causing this. And look, the science didn't know then. The science is only about 10 or 15 years old. The science of fructose, the science of how in heck's name, we all knew what the glucose part of the molecule was doing. It was causing obesity, heart disease, type 2 diabetes. Now even Alzheimer's, are calling Alzheimer's type 3 diabetes, because it's a metabolic syndrome of both the body and the brain, right? But the lesser known part, and what we are expert at, and what we have discovered, is that sugar, flour addiction, the metabolic syndrome of the brain, is affecting these brain reward chemicals and keeping you stuck in that vicious circle of try a little, quit, go 2 or 3 days, have to re-ingest. And if you would just, I always call it let the information light on you a little bit, meaning let the information just settle with you a little bit. Don't call it an addiction, call it a little dependency. I think you would all agree that if you're watching this long of this video, that maybe you do, and please subscribe, it'll help, get this message out. If you'll just let the information light on you so that you can maybe take in a little bit more acceptance of the idea that just like smoking changed in our lifetime, the attraction to, the societal understanding of, and then the scientific understanding of addiction and nicotine has changed over the years, as have the necessity for seatbelts in cars and condoms in bathrooms. When the science finally changes, science finally is deep and rich enough, there's enough studies that people catch on. But you have to ask yourself this question: do you have another 20 or 30 or 50 years, 40 years to wait? Think of your weight. Think of your health. Think of your parents' health and their weight. Is it possible that you could join this? And it's really, truly a tribe of people who are science-based, who are really a little bit, if you're have a pioneering spirit, you're always been a little ahead of your time in other parts of your life, then maybe this is the kind of group you might want to study. This is the kind of science you want to study. A little free information. If you want to get off sugar, study fructose. Again, science is only 10 or 15 years old, but in the last 3 or 4 years, it's exploded, and it's really focused on the brain. And also, as I've said many times, you want to look at recovering food addicts, people who have lost 50, 80, 100, 200 pounds and fallen to the body that they love and maybe the body that they used to have. And those folks are truly, they don't talk about the weight loss. They mostly talk about this emotional recovery, this mental recovery, that their focus returned, their memory returned, their processing power. They can pull up a name real quick, or they speak better. Anyway, I really love this. There's a great saying that I use a lot. It's come for this vanity, meaning the weight loss, stay for the sanity. Okay, when you join us, you're gonna first be attracted to a sugar detox or a sugar addiction program that is for weight loss, right? Or for health. Maybe you got a type 2 diabetes or pre-diabetes diagnosis. But what you'll find is, if you kind of, again, let the information light on you, understand that you may have a little bit of a dependency, and be willing to go 60 or 90 days just to test, just to see if the possibility exists that without it, you feel better, you lose weight, your skin is better, your brain processes better, your diabetes numbers, your A1C go down. If that's the case, please click any of the buttons around here and take a look at our information, and we will talk to you real soon. Mike, the Sugar Free Man, signing off. We'll talk to you real soon, guys. Take care for now.